Hello and welcome to Knocked Prone. My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I am joined here by the players to my left.
Ash playing Vel.
Loy playing Sid.
Ammon playing Jax.
All right, awesome. So we have a new player here at the table. Welcome, Ammon, to the table. I'm really excited to have you here. Victor is taking a brief hiatus as his wife and him just had a baby. And so, obviously, paternity leave is something that comes with being at a D&D table. Let's get right back into things. We're going to start at the D20 status report. Now, we are at a D12 for this. So, Ammon, actually, go ahead and roll me a D12. The game here is don't roll a 1. That's pretty much the whole thing.
Okay. That's a 6.
Aha! All right. Well, with a 6, there is someone on the airship that mishandles a bomb crate, and you hear behind you a massive as part of the airship that is chasing you catches on fire, and several crew members start to put it out with fire extinguishers and control water cantrips. As this airship catches on fire, you see out of the flames of this, explosion, a grappling hook is going to shoot through the air and is going to hit Victor in the chest, and it's going to extend, and Victor is going to, like a kite, fly away. And with that, Sid, you are up.
Okay. I think Sid would watch that in just utter shock and terror as he's pulled off the ship, and then not wanting to end up the same way would probably try to get at least partial cover by the edge of the boat. Mm-hmm. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so move to do that, and then is that a certain amount of movement that I would spend? It's a pretty small boat.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay. Then attack the airship. Is it possible to try and disable the grappling hook cannon?
Yeah.
Let's use firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah, firebolt makes a lot of sense.
This is going to be pretty far away. I'm going to put the DC at 16 for this.
Okay. So do I roll to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, 23. 19 plus 4.
23. Perfect. So you are going to hit this grappling hook mechanism. Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Okay. That's an 8.
An 8. This grappling hook cord is going to kind of fall loose in the water, and Vic is going to kind of just bob along with the ship as he's not being taken anymore. Vel, you are up.
Okay, could I get a quick reminder? How many people are on this airship? Or how many can we discern is on the deck?
There's about 10 that you can see on the edge of the airship attacking.
Okay.
And there's this Warforged that is covered in all of the symbols of the Dragonmark houses.
Right. Okay, is there only one manned grappling station?
Yes. The rest you see are cannons. Good old pirate ship.
Okay, I am going to, and we're about 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try Dissonant Whispers on the man who is manning the grappling hook.
Perfect.
Okay, here's a Dissonant Melody. So
he has to make a wisdom save. Great. That is going to be a 9, which I believe fails.
8? Yeah, I do 8 damage.
With an 8, you see the person who is manning this grappling hook, hammer through a watermelon, is just gonna... his head will fly away in the air, and he is dead. And with that, is at the end of your turn, Vel.
Is it just Victor who's attached to this grappling hook in the water? Okay, so his plant and his wagon...
His plant and his wagon are
with us. We got those things. Does he seem coherent, or is he just passed out? He
seems a little lifeless at this point.
Okay.
Grappling hooks in the chest.
Grappling hooks in the chest will do that. Vel, go ahead and roll me a vehicle handling check with disadvantage, as your hyena is going to jump behind the wheel and try and steer this boat for you guys.
Okay.
16,
all right. You look over and your hyena is driving pretty dang straight. You think that maybe there's been some modifications done to this hyena now that you are kind of realizing that maybe there was a reason this specific hyena was being smuggled.
Okay.
And with that is going to be the skyship's turn. Ammon, go ahead and roll me a d20.
That's a 3.
3, all right. With a 3. And go ahead and roll me a d6 as well.
That's a 2.
With a 2, y'all might remember that last session, Victor stole the blueprints from this ship, and these bombs are usually duds. And so you see as one of these cannonballs flies out of this ship, and no explosion happens, just falls into the water like a rock, and cleanly misses your boat. And with that, it's going to be back at the top of the round. A blast of wind from above is going to slam into the water as this ship passes right above head, and you feel the air around this ship start to, like a vortex of this wind is going to start whipping you guys around. And that is the status report for the turn. Sid, go ahead and roll me your turn.
So I would like to, would it be possible to fire on the ship and then try and help the hyena get this boat back on track?
Yeah.
Okay. That it will be my choice. Let's use Hellish Rebuke this time around. So Sid's getting really annoyed. He feels a deep growl in him. And as it builds up, there's this tingle that goes up his spine, and he reaches for his guitar, and he pulls it out, and he lets loose a power chord and this howl that is from really deep down inside of him, and casts Hellish Rebuke.
That is 15, so unfortunately it will pass, but you do half, I believe?
Half damage, okay. Which will come, not great, but... So it's a 9, split in half, 4.
Are you just targeting one of these crew members? Are you targeting the ship as a whole?
I think he's mostly annoyed that the ship is causing this, like, severe, distressing whirlwind vortex motion. So it's probably a less focused attack more broadly at the ship.
Perfect.
Even though that might not be the best tactical choice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay. A 1. How exciting.
You fire off this Hellish Rebuke, and then you are scrambling over to help with the helm of this speedboat that you are atop. You feel as a huge from the airship above you is going to accelerate as you hear one of the crew members run from the top of the ship into the cellar and do something to make the electric elemental inside of their ship surge, and it is going to have double speed for the round as you hit into it.
Cool. Now do I help the hyena?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check of your choice.
Okay. A nat 20.
Whoa!
Plus 1, so it's 21.
Perfect. Even better.
Even better, I guess.
So you are driving this boat to perfection. You are assisting this hyena in such a way that you are able to not capsize this boat, as this huge wave is going to almost tsunami over the boat from this airship taking off. And with this natural 20, you see in the distance on a golden encrusted skidoo that you see on the side says SS Giddy is riding a purple tiefling. Ammon, go ahead and tell me about your character.
Yeah, so you'd see Jax. He's very emo kind of vibe. He's got short hair on the sides with like a long bit covering his eyes. He's wearing a hoodie with like another heavier jacket over it, and just like black jeans, probably some Converse or something like that on as well. Yeah, and he's probably looking a little anxious as these things are flying towards him, but yeah, he might look a little bit out of place right now.
Sid and Vel, you both notice as this tiefling is riding up on what you recognize to be Giddy's Sea-Doo.
From back at the dock that we just left.
Giddy's body is still with us.
What's left of it? Yeah.
Pieces are.
The smear? The smear that was formerly known as Giddy.
We're out of the vortex, headed towards SS Giddy.
Yes, or I guess SS Giddy's more so headed
towards us.
And we're just going on a straight line.
Yep.
Okay.
And the airship is still above us, although they're moving faster.
Yeah, they are moving faster, so they are actually at this point. You notice, Vel, as you say this, what's your passive investigation? That's a weird one.
+1.
You are going to recognize, it seems as this airship got Victor, it doesn't seem like it's chasing you anymore. It is now full speed ahead in the direction actually that you guys are headed. It has moved its foils of its ship in order to have an upward trajectory towards the highest level of Sharn. And that's what you notice with your passive investigation. But with that, Vel, it is your turn. So your hyena is driving this ship, assisted Sid, and then you see a tiefling approaching your boat as Victor is slowly being dragged along with the skyship. What would you like to do?
You can still see this Warforged with all of the Dragonmark.
You sure can.
Well, we're still about, they're now over us, so we're no longer 60-ish feet, right? We're probably thinking 30.
Yeah, would you say, well, now they're pulling away.
They're pulling away from us now, right? They went from like behind to over to now they're leaving.
They're leaving.
And there's a Warforged of every Dragonmark, which doesn't make a lot of sense because there's interturmoil between the dragon houses.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Okay. I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers again,
Okay.
targeting the Warforged.
Perfect.
You got a Wisdom saving throw.
That is going to be a 15.
That's me. Yeah. And I have... Yeah, you did it. Good job. Way to go.
Thanks. It doesn't feel good.
That's me. I also contemplated, like, do we let him go? Do we let him go? They're leaving us alone.
I guess as and I lean over to Val and I'm like, does it feel like they're trying to outrun us at this point? Like, did we go after the Warforged guy? I'm in a bad way. I don't know if I could fight an entire airship, but I also, that it feels really crappy to let him just, get abducted. Does it feel like they're leaving?
They're definitely leaving. They're definitely leaving with Victor. I think we need to figure out a way to mark the ship, or is there a way to trace Victor so that we can get back to saving him later, since he worked together with you to save us from the previous airship.
You are going to notice the graffiti. Go ahead and describe me what the graffiti on this skyship looks like.
It looks like a really, really goofy, like silly face that's like got a tongue sticking out and is kind of got like one eye pulled down by a finger and then like devil horns coming up out of it and like goofy, like cartoonish jagged teeth around the tongue.
Perfect. You know the clairvoyance spell in Skyrim? Did you ever play Skyrim?
I have, but I can't remember that off the top of my head.
You are going to see a light blue line is going to enter your field of vision, and it almost looks like the static electricity or the static that you would see on like a TV screen is pulsing through the air in a line towards this graffiti. We will have advantage on tracking this airship as you are wanting to kind of keep tabs on this ship. And the two of you are noticing as this tiefling approaches that a slight flicker of this static trail, but then you rub your eyes and it's gone. Jax, it is your turn as you now have noticed this static trail leading behind the ship. You have now approached two strangers, but you are getting a warble sound as Vel, you also start to hear the beeping of your beeper in your pocket. The beeping sound sounds very familiar to the static sound of your patron.
Okay. As I approach, you'd probably hear me whispering to myself, or so it would appear, and I'd say, "Who are these people?" Asking my patron.
Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Religion modifier is... So that's a 10.
Nice. All right. It's a good modifier then. So with a 10, you are going to get a noise from your earpiece.
As like a earbud from like a iPod kind of.
Nice. All right. So your earbud is going to say, "This is your lead."
Okay, so I'd approach, be like, "Hi guys, what's going on? Do you guys know anything about a giddy?"
Never met him. No idea what you're talking about, man. Slowly, tries to throw a rug over the smear on the floor.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. +2, so it's actually an 18.
All right, yeah. You are able to cover Giddy pretty well. However, you are going to slip up a little bit on the gore that is in the ship as you are tossing a blanket over it and your foot kind of slides a little. And yeah.
I think Sid would be very wary of anybody coming up the river from what was the red mist drug again called? The Redwater Distillery. Yes, we just come from there. There was a bunch of zombies, and now when we just got attacked by an airship, so I think he's on high alert. I don't think he's letting anybody just smooth talk his way onto this boat at this point. So yeah, that's where he's at.
Name is just a name. So, what did you have business with, Giddy?
Well, yeah, I got some information that there might be some information that I'm looking for. from Giddy. I came upon his place and it looked like a mess. I don't know what happened there, but I'm looking for something Giddy might have had a connection to.
Wow, Giddy had a lot of connections.
Yeah, I found that out.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking through his database, and he's got his fingers in everything. But I need to find out what he's working on, because I need to get it.
That could be hard.
You can't talk to him.
Why not?
Is Vic's mount still on the boat?
Yes.
So we still have robotic dragon.
Yes.
You see, Giddy Briggs ran afoul of this big fella, and let's just say there was a size differential that he could not overcome.
Dang it. Didn't want to hear that.
Who you talking to?
My earpiece.
You got somebody on the phone or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But
are you following us?
Nah, I'm just looking, not for Giddy anymore. I don't know what I'm looking for now. Where do I go? What do I do?
Go ahead and roll me a religion check.
18.
18. All right. So you are going to hear in your earpiece, in your earbud, seek the hollowed fang.
You guys ever heard of the hollowed fang before?
Yeah, I know it pretty well. That's kind of my stomping grounds. You know the owner?
No.
You been there before?
No.
Do you need to get there?
Yeah.
Look, man, we're on kind of a time-sensitive mission. There's a whole bunch of people back in a glade that ended up in that glade because of things that we won't talk about. And they need someone to get a ship out to them ASAP. I'll tell you what, if you can help us get into Sharn and help us get an airship back to those people, I'll take you to the Hollowed Fang.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
All right. You got any weapons on you?
I got magic.
Well, you can't really take that off. All right. Well, look, I promise not to Eldritch Blast you if you promise not to whatever you've got on me. And come on aboard. Let's just get this done.
Yeah, I climb aboard.
So you've now climbed aboard the boat. You were kind of keeping pace. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check to see how absolutely cool your dismount is onto this boat. And roll it with advantage.
Well, good thing I had advantage, because it's a -1, so 17.
Nice. All right. With a 17, you are going to jump off this Sea-Doo and do a cool little backflip onto the ship, and are intentional or not, the waves kind of like propel you into this awesome backflip, and you are on board the ship. What would you like to do with your turn?
I'm going to definitely canonize that was completely by accident, and he looks a little shocked at what just happened, but he'll kind of grab onto his jacket, pull it tight around him, and just kind of like, okay, we gotta go. I've got to get to this hollow fang, as I think is what you called it.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, it's a bar. It's a good bar. It's a really good bar. Okay.
That's good to know.
All right. And what would you like to do with your turn, Jax?
He's going to just walk up to the wheel, the stern, I don't know what, the helm, and he's going to sit down and kind of like zone in and just drive. Like he's going to push the hyena gently out of the way nicely, be like, good boy.
Yeah.
And then or girl, and then just go.
Yeah, I love it.
You know computers, or you integrate with computers?
I don't personally, but my patron has like that connection to machines, so
okay.
He's kind of the guide.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a free cast with this arcane hacking, which is going to give you advantage on all checks for software encryption or online security. But I'm going to have this, in this case, be in charge of steering the boat. You hone in. It's almost like a wizard using their familiar to kind of look through their eyes. It's almost as if you become one with the boat and are able to steer and maneuver very well, which will give you advantage on all of your status reports as long as you are driving. Right? And with that, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Perfect. With that is going to be the skyship's turn. Go ahead and roll me... Ash, go ahead and roll me a d6.
2?
With a 2, this is going to also be a dud from the cannonball, from the ship, as this cannonball is going to sail out and miss the ship entirely, and you hear curses from the pirate ship as they are flying away. And with that, that is the end of the skyship's turn. It is going to be the status report, which we've done D12s. So now, Loy, Sid, go ahead and roll me a D10. Don't roll a 1.
Is a 5.
It's a 5. All right, perfect. With a 5, your status report check is successful, and the ship's cannons are going to charge unevenly. And for this round, you are all going to feel this arcane warble in the air, and it seems that spells might have a little bit of an added effect this turn. But with that, that is the end of the status report. Sid, you are up. You are watching as this skyship is slowly pulling away from you and has Victor in tow.
Just being dragged in the water?
No longer in the water as crew members are trying to pull the rope up. You see as Victor starts like a loose claw machine the claw start to raise into the air.
All right. I think he knows he's not a good enough shot to try and like sever the rope or anything like that with a crossbow bolt. So taking aim with let's go back to firebolt.
Great.
Let's aim for the engines.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll it.
18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me double your damage with this spell.
Fantastic. That's helpful because it was a 3, so now it's a 6.
Nice. All right. So you deal 6 damage to this skyship engine as it begins to falter. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
19.
Jax, you are going to see this spray paint that you've now kind of like honed in on start to pulse. And Sid, you are going to see this pulsing static electricity on top of this graffiti with an infusion that almost looks like a Dragonmark lighting up. Now, the paint is going to peel, and go ahead and roll me a 2d6.
A 3 and a 5.
The Dragonmark of this graffiti light has burned into the ship. The paint, you see 8 paint constructs immediately start crawling their way up to the top of the ship, and they're going to start to attack the crew members.
Sick.
And with that, you hear tons of screaming on the ship as how do you fight paint? Not well.
Can they look like little tiefling imps?
Yes, yeah, like a mud method, but
Yeah.
like a paint method. Yeah. So these little paint methods are going to fly and cause some extreme chaos on the ship. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Great. Vel, you are up.
Okay, so they're in front of us.
Yes.
They are still shooting us with cannons.
Yeah.
Can we discern how many of these bombs they still have, or can we just see that there are guys loading the cannons?
It seems that they have several of the bombs. It also seems that they are in a cannonball pile. If a well-placed spell was to hit this cannonball pile, things would happen.
What I would like to do is I would like to cast Suggestion. He needs a wisdom saving throw.
10?
Okay. I am going to suggest he leaves his post and pushes the whole pile into the ocean.
You hear this cannoneer crew member is going to just hoist all of these in a very large feat of strength, hoist the cannonballs over his shoulder in like this sack that they're in and just toss it over the side of the ship. This is going to explode in the water, and it's going to cause not your boat damage, but their boat damage. You see as a gulf of fire starts to emerge from this water, and it almost looks like the tornado of a fire elemental escaping from these cannonballs and trying to free its lightning brother.
So it feels like it's an elemental.
There is an elemental powering this ship, but yes, the cannonballs also felt like they had an elemental essence to them.
Okay. I would say, he said, look, I also saved an elemental today.
Good on you.
Just like that.
This ship is a lot harder to break than the last one, I gotta say.
Jax, it is your turn.
So Jax is kind of glazed over because he's so enthralled with the machine. But as this is happening, he kind of blinks and he looks over at you guys and he says, Is the Warforged important? I believe that's what's hanging above.
To us? Yes, maybe.
We just met him, but I mean, he's a good guy, and it'd be a real shame for him to get abducted by pirates. I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay.
I think they're mad at me because I drew on their ship, honestly. I couldn't tell you past that point.
Okay. What is like the distance from us to the Warforged?
The ship is moving faster than you guys are per round. It's about 210 feet from where you are.
Okay. Is there any way with my patron that I could ask him to speed up our boat for a short period of time?
Roll me a D100, and if you get higher than 73, I'll allow it.
That is 81.
And with that, the boat is going to start speeding up as you were able to tune more into this boat. And everyone, as this boat starts to pick up, roll me a D100.
55.
10.
67.
All right, with a 55, an ethereal copy of yourself is going to spring off of your shadow animates, essentially. As you cast this firebolt, a duplicate of yourself is going to basically appear for a round, and you're going to be able to take 2 actions this turn. A 10, you are paired with the nearest hostile creature. Whatever movement or action they take on their turn, you also mimic, if possible, on yours. So this will also speed up the boat. And 67, you said? You see the wiring of the world for a moment. It's almost as if the great dragon prophecy unfolds before your eyes. You have true sight out 60 feet, and you are able to comprehend with the assistance of your patron. You're able to almost, instead of be overwhelmed by this, you're able to whelm it. And you're going to get a +1 to your wisdom permanently. So the skyship turn. Loy, go ahead and roll me a d6.
It's a 1.
All right. With a 1, it is a dud. 5 and 6 is the recharge of it. So
Nice.
That's my fun breath weapon attack of the pirate ship. So a dud cannonball. Actually, there is no cannonball. It dry fires because Vel had all of the cannonballs thrown overboard. Go ahead and roll me a luck check.
It's also a 1.
Okay. But it's not your one, it's their one.
Hey,
this. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
A 4.
4, perfect. You see this cannon as it dry fires this cannonball. Another fire takes place on the ship. There is fire and paint gremlins, and everything is going wrong for these pirates. As you see, the Warforged on top of this ship is very upset, but is very adamant on the continuation of the reeling in of Victor. Jax, we're back to you. Go ahead and roll me D8 and don't roll a 1.
That's 4.
Perfect. A low-hanging bridge. You guys are starting to approach the outskirts of this city, and a low-hanging bridge is going to be in the way. You see the skyship crash right into it. And Jax, go ahead and roll me, or Ammon, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Natural 1.
A natural 1, okay. The boat is going to take 1 point of damage.
The dice really want this boat to come down.
And that is going to be the end of the status report. Sid, you are watching as this boat is now 300 feet away. It has ran into this low-hanging bridge, and you notice that it does not have signs of stopping.
Okay. That is out of range of all of my ranged attacks. Is there a way to attack it at this point? Probably not. Could I take a ranged shot at disadvantage?
Absolutely.
Could I also have my shadow take a ranged shot at disadvantage?
Absolutely. I will give you... Would you rather take 2 disadvantage rolls, or would you rather just no disadvantage roll?
Let's take 2 disadvantaged. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, more dice.
More dice, indeed.
Yeah, go ahead and take 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Okay, we'll do Eldritch Blast. So I have a +4 to hit, and so a 19 + 4 is 23.
That'd hit.
And then if it's not wiped out by a 15 + 4, 19.
19 will hit.
So that's my hit. Let's roll that damage, which comes to a 4.
You see that this ship has taken a beating. The engines are running off of a single cylinder. The elemental inside looks to be withering away.
Is the elemental being physically injured by the attacks that were...
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna be like, everyone stop! 12.
A 12. It seems that you are not the thing that is causing the damage. It is the limits that this elemental is being put through in order to outspeed you that is damaging this elemental.
Okay, we gotta bring it down.
Yeah. And, with that,
That is the end of
that
my
is
turn.
going to be Vel. You're up. So
Okay.
you're watching this ship as it's starting to, like an exponential graph, start to rise into the air towards the upper end of Sharn.
It's about 300 yards.
300 feet, yep.
I do a inspiration to Jax so he could drive even faster so we could get even closer.
Yeah, perfect. Jax, you can roll me D100 with advantage, and that will be the amount of feet that you are able to catch up to this ship.
I rolled a 78 both times.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Roll it a third time for fun. If you get higher than 78, if you get a third 78, we'll have it happen 3 times.
72.
With a 78, you are able to get back into distance more so. It's about 220 feet away at this point. And with a 78, you are going to be able to overclock the CPU in this boat. You gain an extra action, and the speed of the boat will double. But you will take 1d6 of fire damage at the start of every turn, as your connection with this ship is going to kind of overclock you as well. But you gotta go fast. What is Jax doing as you are driving this ship?
Okay, he's starting to burn up a little bit, and
Oh yeah, roll me a d6. You have resistance though, since you're a tiefling, right?
that's true. But of course, I rolled a 6.
All right, so you're gonna take only three
Yeah,
points of fire damage. And yeah, what would you like to do?
Trying to think how he doesn't know what's going on. It's like
Yeah.
the biggest thing. He just like clocked in. He's like, okay, I have to follow. He could try Eldritch Blast at disadvantage as well.
2 actions with your overclocked CPU.
That's a nat 20. Does that count with the disadvantage? I'm gonna 2.
I'm gonna keep the nat 20, but keep going. What's your other roll?
I'm gonna shoot it again, I
Great.
suppose. That's a 3.
Only that second hit won't hit, but double damage on this hit. Go ahead and roll me your damage, and then double it.
And a 4, so that's 10.
10. All right, where are you aiming with these Eldritch Blasts?
I don't think he's super focused on that. Is it
A galleon, like
Okay.
the Captain Jack Sparrow's
Okay.
Black Pearl, like that size of ship.
okay? Is this like Three Musketeers, the new ones, ships that float in the air kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
So I think he's probably gonna. He's assuming that it's the balloon that's keeping it afloat. So he's gonna aim for the balloon.
Perfect. All right. You aim for the balloon, and like a singular rubber band that's been placed around this balloon just too tightly, the balloon is going to. And the ship is going to free fall down into the water. As that happens, everyone go ahead and roll me a luck check, and we're going to take the lowest.
19.
16.
Oh, whoa. Okay. With a 14, let's see. Weight is going to be set to 0 for the round. As the airship falls, it almost seems to reverse gravity somehow, and your speedboat starts to hover 10 feet above the ground. As who has the highest perception?
Like a passive perception?
Yeah.
I've got a 10.
11.
12.
All right, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Vel, you are going to notice this, I would call it a shadow, but it's almost like the falling stars in Tears of the Kingdom when you're diving and a star falls past you. You see almost a shooting star as this Warforged that is absolutely covered in all of these dragon marks is going to dive down into the water, down where you see the grappling hook cable is that has Victor. It seems that whatever this Warforged wants, it is Victor. Like, he is coming for Victor, and he does not seem to want to leave without him. And the skyship is no more, is dead. So there will be no skyship turn, and there will be no status report. We are now out of initiative proper, should I say. We're going to go into group initiative. Y'all just see this Warforged dive into the water after Victor. What are you doing?
Can I spot the cable that they were pulling Victor with?
Yeah, it is very rapidly sinking into the water.
I would try and maneuver the speedboat next to that cable.
Yeah.
So that we could grab onto it.
Great.
To try to take Victor before the Warforged takes Victor. Did I get enough look
at the Warforged, can I pocket that appearance?
Yeah, absolutely. Of the glowing Warforged?
Yeah, the one with all the dragon marks.
Yeah.
That is different than anything else.
You can absolutely pocket that appearance.
Yeah. Jax is just going for the Warforged because he asked, is that
the
guy important?
Yeah.
He's
All right.
He's on task.
I love it. All right, yeah, so you are on your way to the Warforged. Vel, you are solidifying what this Warforged looks like. And Sid, what are you doing?
How far out are we from the
So you're
ship?
about 220 feet still.
Okay, still a ways
Still
out.
that same round.
Can I think he's a little helpless. The ship's dead in the water. I think his first priority obviously is getting to Vic and helping him out if he can.
Mhm.
And then past that, he'd like to try and free the elemental off of this ship if it's still alive.
Yeah?
But can't do either of those things until he gets closer to the ship. So I guess,
Well, we got closer to the...
how close are we to the cable? That is a good question. I have
You're about
range.
30 feet from the cable. You could justifiably within a round get to the cable.
Okay, I have Mage Hand that goes out 30 feet.
Perfect.
Can I send Mage Hand out to try and grab onto the cable?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a grappling check.
Okay.
You get to choose your strength or your athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or
And I will roll against. I got a 15.
17 plus 1, 18.
All right, perfect. Well, with a 18, you are able to tug of war this cable with your mage hand, and you are able to pull it closer to yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think adjust where I'm at to make sure I have at least partial cover on the ship again would be probably the last thing I can do. Can I see? So that's a Mage Hand's a cantrip. Can I see the Warforged covered in all of the
Dragonmark?
Is he under the water? Or is
He is under the water. He is a shining star under the water, and you see that he was what was opposing your mage hand as he is grasping at Victor.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. I don't feel like I can. I'm gonna impart on myself a inability to shoot my crossbow into water because I know that physics would not allow that, and I'm gonna impart that on myself. And instead, I'm going to cast. I'll do Dissonant Whispers. Yeah, he's 60 feet.
Perfect.
So it is a Wisdom 12 save.
Okay, that is an 11. Gonna fail.
Okay, so he gets 3d6. He takes 15.
Whoa, okay.
It's a 5, a 6, and a 4.
Yeah, so this Warforged is very, very damaged.
I think he leans over the boat and with his mouth just above the water, he just whispers, "Run." And the water ripples and reverberates and it just concussive blasts down into him.
Perfect, yeah. And deals a ton of damage to this Warforged, who is now frightened and is going to run away as quickly as possible. But with that, Vel, you are up.
Okay, so the cable is closer to us. Can we actually see Victor yet?
Yes, you can see Victor currently grappled with this other Warforged that is looking panicked.
I could not reach or touch Victor at this moment.
Not without some sort of... Would you like to command your the hyena to do anything?
It only listens to me. We're not close enough for him to go to the airship.
Mm-mm.
He probably can't swim to do anything.
Could, maybe.
Okay, I think I would attempt for him to dislodge Victor from this Warforged boss.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me an athletics, and I will roll it opposed.
Okay.
Natural 15.
It's 5.
With a 5, you see the hyena tug, and actually, you notice, Vel, with your passive perception, that your hyena is struggling against this rope, and it seems that the rope slackens quite a bit, and the hyena is actually able to win in this tug of war after all, but it seems that the other participant might have fled.
Oh, the Warforged.
The Warforged, yes. But you still see a dark mass at the bottom of the rope that you assume to be Victor. And with that, is that the end of I guess that's the end of the hyena's turn. Jax, what would you like to do with your turn?
So I'd move as close as I can to the cable without going over it, and then I'd just reach over and grab and start pulling up as hard as I could. I'm on task. I'm going.
Absolutely, yeah. And you are all able to fish out Victor. But as you fish out Victor, you notice some sort of core essence of what a Warforged is. This life essence has been taken from outside. It almost looks like the core that was powering Victor has been taken. and he is lifeless, however, not unfixable. As you are able to fish Victor up to shore, you see a very bougie dock that is encrusted with the initials GB all over it for Giddy Briggs. And you see an elevator, a personal elevator, that Giddy Briggs would take into the base of Sharn. And Sharn is on the horizon. However, so is wherever the essence of Victor is. And I believe that is where we're going to end our session for the night. My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure. And I am joined here by the players to my left.
Ash playing Vel.
Lily playing Sid.
Ammon playing Jax.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you got to do is keep on rolling. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
It's a good outro, man.